So it was decided that the body would be laid on his bed in the boys' hostel with the other students.
No! I think that it takes a certain kind of person to be able to work with dead bodies, whether it be a mortician or people that do crime scenes, or even doctors, you know, people that are used to the type of emotion that comes with seeing things like that can handle it better. It's like a learned skill, because anytime that I've ever seen any kind of violence in person, I mean, it's a huge adrenaline rush, right? A lot of people walk away from traumatic things in shock because they just can't process the things. It's all too surreal. So dealing with dead bodies, could you imagine spending the night or spending time around a dead body? Wansee Entertainment has a story about, can you spend the night with a dead body, and we're going to react to it today. Guys, make sure to go over to Wansee Entertainment channel, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and if you like reaction videos like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel as well. As get into the story.
When I was 14, I'd been studying in a boarding school for about 3 years.
All right.
We used to stay in each of the hostel's rooms, which were separated by bamboo walls. My school was very small, and we had lots of rumors about ghost stuff.
Wow.
Speaking honestly, many of the students had experienced paranormal activity, including me.
Wild, dude.
So I remember that day was just a normal day, as usual. I was with my friends, and one of my seniors told us a story about this incident, and this sent shivers down my spine. A few years ago, one male student had passed away abruptly due to some kind of disease.
Okay.
His parents lived quite far away from the school, so when the school informed about his sudden death, they said they would be arriving there about the next day.
Wow. The school was a day away? Holy. And if your kid dies, you just wait a whole day to get there? Maybe it's flight or something like that. Who goes to school a whole day away from their kids? I don't know, man. That's crazy.
So until then, the school had the responsibility of keeping the dead body clean for a night. For your information, the state, especially the village where I lived, was pretty backward.
Okay.
The infrastructure, like educational facilities or hospitals, was not so efficient.
All right.
Not even in the cities. So it was decided that the body would be laid on his bed in the boys' hostel with the other students.
Oh my God, no.
I know, it doesn't make any sense, but they did.
No. Keep him in his bed? No. That is crazy. Hey, I'm gonna go sleep in the kitchen. Just give me a little MacLeod pot to put my head on. I'm gonna just sleep in the kitchen. Y'all can have his bedroom. I'm out. Nope.
Though many of the students were paranoid about sleeping with a dead body in their room,
I guess so.
they had no choice, so they just had to put up with it. Especially to the boy whose bed was right next to the bed where the body was laid. He was terrified, so he tried to request the seniors to change place with him, but they all refused.
Of course.
So he gave up and returned to his bed, and then everyone went to sleep. However, when they woke up the next morning, they noticed that the boy was missing. They reported to the teachers, and they acted fast. Luckily, they found him near a paddy field where he was in the company of some laborers. However, when the teachers approached him, they were surprised by looking at his condition. His eyes were swollen with a tear. His feet were dirty and covered with mud as he had no slippers on.
Did he just get up in the middle of the night and be like, you know what? I can't sleep. To heck with this, I'm going to walk. In fear, you don't really care about whether or not you got shoes on or socks. You gone, babe.
The laborers explained to the teachers about how he ran like a mad person in the middle of the night, as if he was being chased by someone. So they came up to him right away and stayed with him for a night. At first, he didn't say anything when they asked what happened, but not long after, he told them what he had experienced last night. He said that he was asleep for quite a few hours when he suddenly jolted and awoke, feeling a strange discomfort as if someone was watching him. He tried to ignore it and force himself back to sleep, but then he heard the creaking of the bed from the corner next to him.
Oh, gosh.
And the next was the sound of someone's footsteps. shaken with fear. He did not dare look to his side.
Are you crazy? Look at it.
In an adrenaline rush, he bolted up from his bed, jumping down, and just ran away from the hostel. He didn't know which direction he was running to or how he even got out of the school
He was
campus.
just scared.
But he just continued to run and run until he felt a sticky feeling on his feet.
Well, now, what if it was actually somebody just checking on the body, you know? I mean, I know it's a bedroom, but it's a weird situation. I know you're scared, but I've never not looked at something I was scared of. Maybe everybody has a different reaction to fear. I gotta at least see it.
That moment was when he had a little bit of an instinct to look back. And what he saw was the figure of the body wearing gray pajamas, standing on his 2 feet.
I take it all back.
The dead boy, whose body should have been lifeless, was running after him.
Oh!
He screamed in fear and ran away again. When he noticed the flicker of flames miles away, he sped up, shouting out loud. Luckily, 2 of the laborers heard his call and they approached him. So he had begged for them to stay with him, and they stayed up until the next morning.
Wow.
When he finished talking, all the teachers were in disbelief. Most of them just thought that he had a hallucination, so they escorted him back to the school. However, the real horror was realized when the dead student's parents came to collect his body in the evening.
And it wasn't there.
For when they took off the thin white blanket from his body,
it is there.
The boy's legs were all covered in mud and paddy grasses.
Dang.
Coincident or not, his lower pajama was tainted with soil, and his feet with paddy grasses matched the description of the missing boy's story. Everybody in that room had to shudder with such fear for a while. So that was the whole story that my senior told us.
What the heck?
After that, we couldn't go to the bathroom alone, and often went in groups.
I guess so.
Now, I came back after my graduation, but to this day, I will never forget the feeling of fear that I had.
God dang, dude. That's so creepy. So what would you consider this type of phenomenon? If the body, if it was a spirit, okay, how did it take the physical body and run it, you know? I don't understand it, but man, it's creepy. There's no excuse for having a dead body in a room, first of all. Not that this would have particularly changed the outcome of this thing getting up and moving around, but still, man. And they say most of the restless dead are restless because they still have a reason to live. What was he clinging on to, you know? I don't know, but whatever it is, it was sure creepy. Guys, make sure to head over to Wansee's channel and click the subscribe button there, and subscribe to this channel if you like reaction videos. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.